Hi, I'm Donyae. Thank you for tuning in to our YouTube channel. We have had a lot of requests about how I style my hair. It took a lot of practice and a lot of videos in order to kind of figure out what worked for me. So just be patient, try a couple different techniques, and I'll just walk you through how I do mine. This is my hair just blow dried. Washed it this morning. Whenever I was finished, I used this BB All Style Blow Dry Cream. It is a heat protectant, and it's also great for frizz, great for oil. I have very oily hair, and I actually wash my hair every day. Sometimes I go every other day, but I'm not one of those that can go many days in between. So I use that, and then before I blow dry my hair, I also use Redken Pillow Proof. I actually got this in a Birchbox, and I love it. It helps with drying time. I have super thick hair. It cuts off probably 5 to 10 minutes. And it also helps, it's also a primer and a heat protectant also. And then after I dry it, like the bottom layer, I use this at the top for the roots. It's a BB thickening hairspray. It is a volumizer, it is a heat protectant, and it just kind of gives you a little bit more texture at the root. So I do my hair in 3 sections because I have so much of it, but I do the bottom layer first. Kind of just, pull all this back, flip it up, and I don't do a whole lot on the bottom layer just because it'll end up being too thick, and it kind of gets covered up by everything else anyway, so I just kind of quickly go through it. I also use a straightener and a curling iron. A lot of people have problems with using a straightener. It just took me a little while, and the right one. This is a Lang, just a normal one, and then this is Hot Tools. I love this. This is actually my daughter's, and I kind of took over it, but it's about 1.25 inches. So I use the curling iron underneath first, and whenever I curl it, I don't curl it all the way to the end. I kind of leave the end straight and just go through it all kind of quickly. On this back piece, since it hits my neck, I kind of just kind of curl it under with the curling iron, because you're really not going to see it. Everything else is going to lay above it. And you can do all of this with a curling iron. I just like some of the curls that the straightener will give me, and kind of just like mixing it up. Kind of really give it that super messy feel. Let it cool a little bit. Throw some flexible hairspray on it. I don't like anything with a super thick hold, because whenever I'm done, I run my fingers through it, and that's what kind of gives it like that flowy look. And this is a firm hold, but it's still movable. It's Agadir. I don't even know if I said that right. Something that my hairstylist gave me, and it's volumizing, and I have been using it for a long time, just kind of came across it. Spray it. Kind of hit this piece one more time because it kind of fell. I'm going to hit that one with the straightener. Go to our second layer. I always keep my front pieces pulled back. I kind of use that as a section just by itself, just because the front pieces are kind of important, is the way you curl them, and I don't want them to get stuck in between the second layer, if that makes sense. And this I'm just going to go between the straightener and the curling iron. So whenever you're curling with a straightener, all you gotta do is pull it out and just twist it. And you kind of do it kind of fast, and if you get too much curl, just pull it down and it relaxes it. Sometimes you have to go back through at the very end because you have a crazy curl. Spray it. This is how I get it to curl all day, is I just let it cool after the heat's been on it, and then run my fingers through it at the very, very end. I always have to touch up the back, because I always feel like I miss a few pieces. Just has a lot of hair. I always do the front pieces because I feel like I have more control. I always do it with a curling iron because I feel like if I mess them up, I just have better control, and I always get a really good curl right there. And don't ever be worried if you forget a piece or miss a piece. Sometimes you can, you don't even have to go back and recurl, it just kind of falls. You know, you don't want every single piece to be curled. At least I don't. And around my face, I always curl it away from my face. I get what I can at the back, and then after I run my fingers through it, I kind of go back through and touch it up if I need to. So letting it cool off, spray the hairspray in it again. And once it's kind of cool, sprayed it and everything, and I'm just gonna run my fingers through it. Make them super loose, wavy. I have this kind of crazy one, so I'm gonna retouch that one. I'm gonna twist it to where it will lay right there. And then I have this Orb texturizing spray. Any texturizing spray will work, but this really kind of helps it have like movement, and you can kind of maneuver it where you want it. And it smells delicious. So that is everything that I do to curl my hair in the mornings. Then I'll touch up the back if I find any pieces, but that's pretty much it. It took me a long time to kind of figure out what worked for me. So just practice with it, figure out which technique works for you, and thank you for watching.